And with that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Good night.
Today, we are doing my top 15 of 2025. Now, before I actually get into this and I start breaking it down, I gotta let you know, I'm just a guy with a microphone and a camera. I'm not better than you. I'm not more important than you. Your opinion is just as valid as my own. This is just my opinion. If you enjoy this video, click the like button, leave a comment. Hell, maybe even subscribe to the channel if you agree with some of it or even disagree. In fact, in that comment, you can tell me how you disagree. What is your top 5 or your top 10, 15, whatever? You know, how do you feel? Be civil. If you're to me, I could be one back. Oh, also, if you want to check out any of these reactions, I did full reactions for all of these shows over on Patreon, and a lot of these shows I think are also over here on YouTube. Now let's jump into it. I want you to first understand that I've broken this into categories, kind of, or broken this into tiers, if you will. These are my honorable mentions. These are the ones that didn't make the cut. First up, season 2 of Ishida. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of this show. There are some people that don't like it. There are some people that are big fans like I am. Ishida season 2, just like season 1, I absolutely loved it. I love that each one of these episodes focuses on a character. They're so fucking good. I love this show. I've said this time and time again. Chat's already like, how dare you even think of it being in like top 20 category? But that's just what it is. I love it. I love Ishida. I really, truly do. Okay? It's just a show that I really enjoy. Next up, Spy Family season 3. As great as this show is, especially with these 2 arcs, the Wheeler arc and the bus hijack arc, whatever the hell I'm supposed to call it. It just didn't make the cut, unfortunately. There are some shows that I put over it. Next up, Medalist. Another honorable mention. It did not make the cut. I liked season 1 of Medalist. It was very interesting and very enjoyable. And yo, it low-key got me into this ice skating stuff. I don't know anything about ice skating, but damn, kind of fire. It's about a bunch of kids. And I really enjoyed the show, which is very surprising. Next up, Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Now, I know that for my best of the season, I had it up there, but unfortunately, it doesn't make the cut for me. For the top 15 of the year, top 15 of the year. But it is an honorable mention. I wanted to mention just how crazy the show was, just how like hype it was. Oh my God, it was so hype. It was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. And here's the thing, maybe by the end of the season, it would have been good enough to make it in because it's 2 core. There's a whole nother core for this show. Maybe by the end of it, it would have actually made it in. But that other core is happening in 2026 after this video is done, so it's not counted. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I will say, if that second half is fucking awesome, it could make it onto next year's top of 2026. Because if it finishes next year, then it's a next year anime. That's the way I see it. And you'll see that there's a show that comes later on that applies to specifically. And my last honorable mention, Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. Now I know, you're probably looking at me like, Joe, what the How? With all of the clouts that you got off of Uma Musume, how did it not make the cut? I love it. I love Uma Musume. I really do, but it just did not make the cut. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed the show. It just did not make the cut. It was barely edged out. I play the game. I love the game. I watched the anime. You know, I liked the 3 seasons of the anime as well, of Pretty Derby, but it just did not make it. My bottom 3 of the 15, okay? This is 13, 14, 15. I don't know the order I'm gonna put them, but this is the bottom 3 of the 15. First up, Cleva Tess. Cleva Tess, visually, I absolutely loved. It had this like old vibe to it. It looked like an older show. It was so very good in the way that it looked, the way that it sounded. I liked the story. It was very intriguing. The world building of Cleva Tess, so fucking good. I'm so intrigued. I want so much more for this show. I need so much more for this show. I would love to get more. It is in my top 15 for 2025. You felt like Cleva Tess was not all that high in the season list during summer, where 90% of my fucking list is. You're gonna see this list is very summer heavy. I just want you to know that, okay? Next up, in my bottom 3 of the top 15, Sakamoto Days. Both cores of Sakamoto Days aired this year. Now, with that said, the second core, it did a little of lifting of the load. It had to lift a little bit, you know what I mean? That shit worked out. It went to the gym, it had to be prepared. It did have to work out a little bit in order to carry this show. Not that core 1 was bad, but it was not as good as core 2. I thought it was good. See, core 2 was peak. That shit was fire. Old man Tanaka, that's his name, I think. Don't get me started on him, bro. Sakamoto himself, don't get me started on him. There were so many dope action moments. Now, I wish that it had better animation throughout, but I think the core 2 definitely picks up for core 1. Not that core 1 was bad. It was definitely in my top 15 of this year. Great show. Next up is, spoiler alert, the only directly romance anime of this year, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. It's also in my top 15. It is through and through romance. It's so well done. I absolutely loved it. By the end of it, oh my God. In fact, me thinking about it right now, I might even move it up. I might, yeah, I think I gotta move it up. 14, 15, Sakamoto Days and Cleva Tess. I think Fragrant Flower is in the next category up. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, okay? I don't know where I'm putting Fragrant Flower, but damn it, this shit was so good. I absolutely loved it. It is the best romance we've gotten since Boku Yaba. It is the best romance of the year, and that's it, yeah. Next up, again, this is 13 through 9, and this is where things are gonna get, people are gonna get mad at me for these. Solo Leveling Season 2. It's in my top 15. It's somewhere between 9 and 13. I don't know. Somewhere between. It could be top 10. Solo Leveling Season 2 was great. I loved it. Action, animation, music, everything about it was fucking hype. It was awesome. It was so hype. It was so enjoyable. Dude, Biru, Igris, everybody. Fucking great, dude. Such a good season. I really enjoyed it. In fact, if we combine seasons 1 and 2 together, it might have even moved up higher, but season 1 was, last year. So just season 2 alone, it makes it into my top 15, somewhere between 9 and 13. Here's the other one that's gonna piss people off. My Hero Academia Season 8, the final season of My Hero Academia. Somewhere between 9 and 13. I don't know where for the year, all right? It's somewhere between 9 and 13 for the year. But My Hero Academia Season 8 was amazing. It's in my top 15 of the year. Top 15 of the year. It was so good. What a good fucking season, dude. One of my favorite seasons. Not my favorite. I think the War Arc is my favorite, of course. But it was really good. Bakugo versus All for One, so fucking good. Next up, even though this show has not finished yet, also I'm very biased because I just watched the entire show this year, Kingdom Season 6. Kingdom Season 6 between 9 and 13 somewhere. Absolutely love Kingdom. Now, again, this one might be a little bit biased. I don't know if it actually really truly deserves to be in here or not, because it's hard for me to fully separate the fact that I watched all of Kingdom this year. In fact, seasons 3 through the end were literally from August to now or September to now. They're very recent. I watched them recently. So it's really hard for me to separate that. I just want you to recognize that. So there might be a little bit of bias. but I love Kingdom so much. And so it makes it into my top 15. But again, I also do think that season 6, not as good as season 5, not as good as season 3, obviously. And last up, this one's gonna be a shocker. Between 9 and 13, I don't know where I'm putting it, but it's somewhere in that range. You're gonna be taken by surprise here. Apothecary Diaries Season 2. I know some people probably want it higher, some people want it lower. I don't know. That's where I put it. In fact, this one might be 9. If I'm being honest with you, this one might be 9. I think it's in my top 10. Apothecary Diaries Season 2 was fucking great. I think it narrowly gets edged out of the next category above it. I don't think I'd put it in the same as everything else, but I also want to say this. I want to say this about Apothecary Diaries. That's the start of the year. It's been 6 months since I finished it, so there's that too. If it was more fresh in my mind, I might have a different opinion that has it higher, because you guys know that my brain doesn't work properly and I will forget things. 876. These are my 3 for 876. I don't know where I place them, but they're in here. First up, the show finished this year. Takopi's Original Sin. Probably a lot lower than some of you thought I was gonna put it. I had some issues with the end of it, and that's why it falls from being like a top 5. Started strong. In fact, most of the damn show was strong. It was really fucking good. And as a completed show, like, it is a completed show. It's fucking great. It's in my top 8 for sure for this year. It was a really, really good show. Highly recommend if you want a little bit of depression and if you want to hate children, because it'll help you do that for sure. Very divisive show as well. Oh, and also if you want to see some of the worst parents in anime. Holy these parents suck. Next up, in my 8 through 6, Gachiakta. That's right. Gachiakta was in my 8 through 6 for this year. The entire season was so fucking great, bro. So many more highs than lows. The lows were very few and far between. I broke my toe, I think, maybe, potentially. I could show it to you, but you know, I don't want to get banned for showing off my feet. And also, I don't need any of you guys coming in your pants seeing my big toe. All right, it's extra swole, so it's got some thickness to it. I don't know if you can handle a thick toe. Gachiakta was fucking great. It was truly great. Yeah, it's one of my favorite new gens. In fact, there's only one new gen shonen anime over Gachiakta for this year, in my opinion. And we'll get to that later. But Gachiakta, phenomenal show. Absolutely loved it. It is one of my favorites of the entire year. It's so good, dude. But it didn't crack my top 5. The other show that did not crack my top 5 is To Be Hero X. It's somewhere between 6 and 8. It was phenomenal. Damn it, it put China on the fucking map, bro. China was not on the, well, that sounds kind of weird, but when it comes to anime, I think it's a show that's gonna get so many more people into Donghua because of the fact that they marketed it so massively. It's so well done. And also on top of all that, they managed to like make it work for so many languages. And because they brought it to us in Japanese, it just brought a lot of anime fans to it. To Be Hero X was fucking amazing. Again, somewhere between 6 and 8 for this year. Surprisingly enough, it's not the only Donghua on this list because in my top 5 for this year is Lord of the Mysteries. Lord of the Mysteries, the depth of this show, the storytelling, the animation, the music, everything about this was right up my alley. It is what I wanted. All right, this is somewhere between 3 and 5. I don't know exactly where I'd put it, but it's somewhere between 3 and 5. Lord of the Mysteries is my type of show. It is well produced, well made, and then also establishes world building that I've never seen before. A power system that I've never seen before. Very intriguing. The entire show is extremely intriguing. I think a big reason why Lord of the Mysteries is tough for people is because it's the fact that it's in Mandarin and the speed at which they fucking there's so much information that is so unique and there's so much depth to it that if you can't pay attention to all the shit that's happening, like I'm sitting here pausing all the time while watching because I'm trying to like really pay attention to everything. So please do watch it in dub. Give it a shot. I love the show. It's in my top 5 for the year. Next up, in my top 5 for the year, might be a huge, this one's gonna be super divisive. Y'all are gonna be mad that I put this over other stuff, and I don't care if you're mad about it. In fact, I'm putting my blue dyed hair on, and I'm calling you homophobic if you don't like this one. It's The Summer Hikaru Died. The Summer Hikaru Died was fucking phenomenal. Top 5 of the year. Top 5 of the year, somewhere between 3 and 5. I don't know where exactly. It might be number 5, maybe number 4, maybe number 3. But I absolutely loved this show wholeheartedly through and through. And if you didn't like it, you hate gay people. And that's just a fact. But me, I love gay people. If I didn't like girls so much, I would be gay. But also that's kind of how it is with everybody that's like a guy that's straight, you know? I mean, just look at guys. Dude, a ripped guy, if it wasn't for the fact that I actually liked girls, I'm just saying, man, you look at the physique of a man and you're like, damn, that's impressive. what you can accomplish in the gym and in the kitchen, I guess, because dieting is very important as well. I'm just saying. But the summer Hikaru died, I think more than it being, you know, kind of yaoi, and more than it being like this analogy trying to speak to what it's like being gay in a rural area at that time, trying to speak to what it's like being different, trying to speak to what it's like, you know, growing up. And even if you remove it being gay, there are moments that are like, that perfectly represent just a heterosexual romance. Bro, the first time you kiss a girl, or the first time you know what I mean? Put your hands in a girl's pants, touch a, you know what I mean? Or you get your thing touched. These are awkward moments, dude. They're very awkward. I think it works both ways. But beyond all of those things and the analogous nature of it, the fucking thriller horror elements of it, holy shit. So good. So good. I aligned with this show in everything that it tried to tell me. I connected the dots. I paid attention. I got it all. I understood, and I loved it. Every second of it. I want season 2 right now. Such a good show. Phenomenal show. And the last show in my 3 to 5. This is 3 to 5. The last one. No surprise at all. In fact, if you were surprised by me saying this, you don't even know me. It's Dandadan. The second season of Dandadan. Because I say it all the time. I'm biased to Dandadan. I fucking love Dandadan. Dandadan is everything I want from a show. Everything I want from a show. It is literally all the things that I want from a show. It is funny. It is action. It is weird. It's got a little bit of scary moments. It is romance. Oh my God. If it wasn't for the fact that this show is not front and center romance main genre, because it is not romance main genre. It's not. It would be the best romance of the year over Fragrant Flower. The romantic strides taken in this show, so fucking good, dude. I absolutely love it. Everything about this show is what I want from an anime. It is weird, bro. It's fucking weird. I love it. I absolutely love Dandadan wholeheartedly. And I'll tell you what, if season 1 came out this year, if we had Dandadan the way we have Sakamoto Days, season 1 in winter, season 2 in summer, it would be my #1 of the entire fucking year over the next 2 shows that I'm going to talk about, because I love Dandadan that much. Now let's talk about my best anime of the year, my top 2 anime of the year. One of them, I'm sure you already guessed, right? In fact, you probably know what both of them are. If you know me, you know what both of these anime are, okay? Let's just say one of them is One Piece, okay? I am a little One Piece whore. I bend over backwards and take it in the ass for One Piece, okay? Anytime they want to give it to me, I'll take it. I love One Piece. It is phenomenal. It is truly one of the greatest animes of all time. If you don't think that I love One Piece, look at all this shit. Look at, you see this shit? You see all this One Piece here? This is One Piece right here. You see my little Beppo? Beppo just sitting there with his homies Hisoka, Sakamoto, Sugimoto, and Inosuke. You see my shelf of figures? That's Gear 5 Luffy right there. Gear 2 Luffy down there. Gear 3, and then an Ace and Luffy statue, and then Gear 4 above with the standard Luffy. So it's in my top 2 of the entire year. The last show of this year started last year. It is my potentially #1 of the year, and that's Orb on the Movements of Earth. The wrapped up, concise story that we got for this. No Chainsaw Man movie? Are you smoking? That's a movie. It's not the same thing. I'm not putting any movies on this list. The wrapped up, concise story of Orb was so well done, so interesting, so amazing. I love this show so much. It's phenomenal all the way to the end. Everything that it tried to tell us, everything that it showed us. It's just such a good show. I don't know how I could ever put something over it unless it's One Piece. I don't know. I don't know which one I put as #1. It's either One Piece or Orb. One of them. I don't know. And yeah, man, it's a very good show. I absolutely loved it. It is I'm excluding One Piece. It is the best anime of this year. If we're including One Piece, it's tough. I'd have to think on it. You know, that's a tougher conversation to have. But yeah, excluding One Piece, it's #1. That's how I feel. It's a phenomenal show. I highly recommend it to everyone. I count it as part of this list because half of it was last year, but it's a continuous story. You know what I mean? A continuous story all the way through. It's not like it's split. If it was split core, then I'd have to call it a second core. But it's because it went all the way through from last year into this year, and it finished this year, I have to count that one season as being an anime of 2025, because you can't judge like half a core as being part of, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. I don't agree with that. And that's the same thing with To Your Eternity and Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider and Genosha. These things will finish in 2026 and they will be counted as towards 2026. Okay, that's how I feel. That's it. What did you guys think about this tier list? Let me know down in the comments. Maybe you feel differently. Again, my top 15, 1 and 2, One Piece and Orb. I don't know how I'd put them, but it's flip-flop that. 1 and 2. And then 3 through 5, Hikaru, The Summer Hikaru Died, Dandadan Season 2, and Lord of Mysteries. I don't know how I'd place them, but they're between 3 and 5. Between 6 and 8, Gachiakta, To Be Hero X, and Taco P's Original Sin. I don't know exactly where I placed them, but they're somewhere in there, between 6 and 8. Between 7 and 13, again, don't know where I'd place them. Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Kingdom Season 6, My Hero 7 Season 8, Solo Leveling Season 2, and Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. And then the last 2 of my top 15, Sakamoto Days and Cleave a Tess. My 5 honorable mentions, Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, Uma Musume Cinderella Grey, Spy Family, Ishuda Season 2, and Medalist. Okay, that's my list. What's yours? Give me your top 10, your top 15, your top whatever. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. And again, I just want you to know, I'm just a guy with a fucking mic. And oh my God, I forgot about ReZero. Oh my God, I forgot about ReZero. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. My brain was not prepared for this. I forgot about ReZero, bro. I did. Fuck. It's in my top 10 somewhere. Listen, I don't know. Maybe you got to kick something out. I don't think it makes top 5, but it's between 6 and 10 somewhere. I don't know. I totally forgot all about it. That's my list, okay? Caveat, ReZero should have been in this list. I totally forgot all about it. Or if you enjoyed this list, you enjoyed what I said here, subscribe to the channel. If you want to check out my reactions, I think all of these shows are here on YouTube, except for Kingdom. If you want full-length reactions, then go check out Patreon. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Again, I'm just a normal person. How did your list differ from mine? Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace. I'm ashamed. I totally did not even think about it.